Well, good morning, evening, afternoon, whenever you're watching this. Happy Monday, or whatever day it happens to be. I've actually been sitting here trying to decide what it is that I want to talk about today. And I went with the easy because New Year's is just a couple of days away. I don't know how that happened. 2025 definitely just flew by. But I was also thinking about New Year. And yes, I know I said that we'd do some ancestral healing. We'll do a little bit of that towards the end, if I remember. But I wanted to talk about this new year and, how we've always had these resolutions and we've made them big resolutions. And I'm going to go to the gym every day and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. And then we go to the gym, once, twice. Maybe we make it through January and then it kind of fades away. And sometimes it becomes more about why. Why do you want to go to the gym? Why do you want to eat healthier? Well, because we want to feel better, right? We want to have health. And maybe that's our intention, is to just focus on our health. And I was thinking about all the things that I would like to do for this new year, and I thought my word this year was going to be destiny, moving out of fate and the heaviness and moving into destiny. Those things that I want to do, right? Instead of going through all the heavy karma and all of that heavy stuff and the things that I'm supposed to do. I'm ready to have some fun. But then I started thinking about it, and I don't know about all of you. I know people I have been talking to. The end of the year has been. We've been calling it, like some people say, they feel like they're walking through pea soup, or I've said I feel like I'm moving through molasses, and then Beth added with loose boots on. I was like, yeah, it's just been. So I don't know exactly if time has sped up. That's how it feels for me, that time sped up, and my body is just not caught up with that, or maybe I'm not supposed to. And so as I was writing the title and what I wanted to talk about, the description, I said, what if, just for January at least, and I'll go back and look again when it comes to February, but maybe for January, I just want some more ease in my life. Because when I think about wanting to win the lottery or having more money coming in or those kinds of things, it's about the ease of it. Just having life be a little simpler. And that's really what it is. Because I don't know about you, I'm ready for some ease, some peace, some simplicity. And actually, when I pulled a card the other day, that was the message, was, what is it all about? And maybe it's about having a little more peace. And so instead of setting that I'm going to meditate more, maybe it's just about finding that peace in life. Because that's really what meditation does for me, is finding that peace. And yes, I want to walk more, and I would always try to get to the gym more. But that's about the health of it. And with everything going on with this year, health would make life easier, right? It might be a little more complicated to switch over eating and getting to the gym more and all of those things. But it also make me feel better, where I'm not so sleepy. And that could just be whatever's going on as well, or not sleeping. um, Although I have slept pretty well the last couple of days. So, what is it that when you think about life in the next year that you want? If you think about those resolutions that you would normally make, why those? Or is that what we've just thought that society has taught us? That our resolution should be going to the gym more. It should be doing this more. It should be doing that more. Yeah, and as I just shifted, I saw Mount Shasta, my Mount Shasta shirt, which is about traveling. And sometimes that's our resolution. But why traveling? And sometimes it's just about having those freedoms. And if you get to travel, by all means, please do. We live in such a wonderful world. So, see what you can see, do what makes your heart happy. For me, I love to just go sit in nature. But whatever works for you, what is it that you want? Do you just want to be happier? And what would that look like for you? How would that feel for you? Sometimes we put way too much left brain into that. And when we make up resolutions, right, that's left brain, that's words, that's doing, that's all of that. But if we can stop and pause for a moment, and how would that feel to be healthier? One of the small little things I noticed today during yoga was my chaturangas were much stronger. That's where you go from a push-up down, right? And sometimes my arms just give out and my face is going very quickly towards the floor. But the last couple of days I've noticed that my chaturangas have been very slow, deliberate, and controlled. And that comes with strength. And that's part of going to the gym, right? So what is it for you? How do you want to feel this year? Me, like I said, much more ease, much more peace. And that just feels so much better in my body. So take a moment, think about it. And if you do write down things that you want to do, why? Why those? And if you do come up with a feeling, let's pause. And maybe that's a word for this year, is just pausing. And let's close our eyes and go within. And how does that feeling feel for you? Whether it's feeling healthier, stronger, feeling ease and peace and grace, or freedom. And if it feels like work, if it doesn't make you smile, because it feels heavy, then how can you take that step back? Or do you want to work through that? Whatever works for you is perfectly fine. I know for me and a lot of people right now, we just need that little bit of a break, a little bit of an ease. And maybe you just have a weekly intention. this week, I'm just going to take some breaths. A lot of us have talked about just wanting to be under our blankies, maybe with some hot cacao or cocoa or tea. And what if that's okay for January? With the weather up here in Northwest Indiana shifting and changing every day. Yesterday we were outside with thunderstorms, and today we woke up to snow and wind and cold. We were talking yesterday about there's times definitely that we need to sit and rest, and there's times where we need to work through things, push through things. And how do we know the difference? And sometimes that's where coming in and just closing your eyes and asking yourself what you need. Heather Ash always says pause, put a period, pause. And what do you need in this moment, sweetheart? And why don't we talk to ourselves like that? Being gentle and kind to ourselves as much as we are to other people. And I always say too, when people are like, I just didn't need to, I needed to stay home and da-da-da. And that's fine. But sometimes when you don't feel like coming to yoga or a class, that's the one time you really need it. And so listening to yourself, and maybe today I just need a rest, a break. But tomorrow I will be at yoga. And it's all good. It's all good on what works for you. Okay. So, to have those good feelings, sometimes we have to let go of other ones, right? And so if there is any heaviness, and as you were feeling those feelings, and maybe the mind chatter came in and started talking about how you can't do that, blow that into the stick. If the doing part of your mind came in, blow that into the stick. If something else heavier came in, by all means, blow that into the stick. So breathing in and finding that heaviness in the body, or an ache or a pain, and blow it all into the stick. If the shoulders are feeling heavy, taking that energy and blowing it into the stick. Anything else that's holding you back. And this is kind of where that ancestral baggage can come in too. Blow that all into the stick. Or put it down. Put it down and put it away. Or just let it go. Good. Any last breaths? Blow it in. Good. Good, good, good. All right. Let's put it in the fire so it can be transmuted and transformed. There we go. And taking in any of that energy that you need to. Bringing in that fire. You can imagine sweeping it in, sweeping it to wherever you need it to go. Hmm. And really giving yourself this moment to move and shift the energy. It's important to be able to do it with intention. Good. All right. I'll let that do its thing. And for you, let's close our eyes again. If you can, put your feet on the floor if that's comfortable. And I know a lot of us were talking yesterday about needing to get our feet out in nature. So if you can, really imagine those roots going down into the ground, feeling Mother Earth underneath your feet. Giving yourself grace. Allowing yourself to feel the ease. And just allowing yourself to be in this moment. If the mind chatter comes in, just imagine putting it in a balloon or a bubble and setting it free. You don't need it in this moment. Allowing yourself to breathe in and breathe out. And maybe as you're doing this, you find another place, another heavy energy spot. Just breathe the air into it. And back out again. Being reminded that sometimes the ease and the simplicity of things is just as important, if not more so, than the doing and the being and having to do. Sometimes giving ourselves these moments to just breathe into the heart, into our bodies, and really with intention, releasing and letting go. And so what we're going to do, yes, okay. First, let's do that ancestral healing, and it'll just be a little bit in this moment. So imagining an ancestor, whether it's a parent, a grandparent, a great, 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 great grandparent who maybe you have never met or never even seen a picture of. Whoever comes in, excuse me. It's perfectly fine. And just allowing your heart and their heart to meet. Just the energy from the heart chakra to heart chakra. And remembering that every moment of their life has led to you right here, right now. And whatever that looks like, whether that was with ease or there's been some ancestral behaviors and patterns that you've had to work through. Either way, it's helped you to become the person that you are, the person that you're becoming. And so having gratitude for that. And just allowing that love and that gratitude to pass from you to that ancestor, with the intention of helping them to heal whatever heaviness, whatever it is that they went through that started that heavy behavior, that luggage that's been passed down. And just allowing that peace to release from you, to heal in them. Because there are behaviors that help them to survive in the past, in a time where maybe they needed to have their fists up, maybe having anger or being aggressive helped them to survive. But maybe that doesn't work for you now. So really allowing those kinds of patterns and behaviors to go. And once you feel that release, allow it to go into the future generations so they don't have to. So they don't have to deal with it, they don't have to be part of it. And thank you, so much gratitude for you in this moment for doing this. And then releasing and letting that go and letting it do whatever it needs to, so that you can now come back to your own heart. And what is it that you need, sweetheart? Beautiful soul. What do you need in this moment? Is it rest? Then take the time to rest. If it's healthy foods, then please go get yourself some healthy foods. If you're an energy worker and you just need a little energy in this moment, excuse me, then do that. If it's just sitting in this moment, allowing yourself to release and let go of the heaviness, to allow yourself to feel a higher vibrational feeling, then do that. Whatever it is that you need in this moment, please do that. Or maybe you need a little chocolate, a little comfort. That's okay too. Good. And again, I love being able to send this out into the rest of the day, through the rest of the year. the rest of the week? Is there a time that you know that you're going to have a hard conversation? Send a little ease with it, or to it. You know you got some shifts coming along, send it to it. Yes. And so remember that energy is what energy is. That time is not what we think of it. You know, time we think is linear, but it's all happening all at once, all at the same time. And as you send these good, yummy feelings into the new year, I want you to imagine the you a year from now, coming up to the end of the 2026, who's been through this year already. And imagine them holding their hand out and bringing you through it, or maybe giving you some suggestions about how to navigate through the year, or even some suggestions on how to survive it. And just taking those next couple of moments, or later today when you have more time, and what is it that you need? For this next year. And with that, I'm going to leave you in that space. And know that the love and the light inside of me sees, honors, and is so grateful for the love and light inside of you. Find your piece of peace in this chaos. Happy New Year, and we'll see you next year.